Radio Rahim with Eddie Hearn in Miami Beach, Florida. One thing I gotta say is they never know what's coming after the Eddie Hearn. So many locations that you're putting on fights and big fights. Miami Beach, Super Bowl week. Yeah. Why is this the location in a Thursday night? It's so off.
Because we had an opportunity to work with a venue here, with Verizon, who every Super Bowl build a venue for purpose-built events. So Thursday night is boxing, Friday night is a Pepsi concert, Saturday night is something else, and then they bring it down after Super Bowl. So we were invited to do that with DAZN. We did it. As you know, Rahim, we're trying things. Like people are always quick to put you off on different things. Like when we said we were going to Chicago, Chicago's never worked. It's never worked as a fight city. It's probably been our most successful city. Miami, the same. It's a waste of time for boxing. Why? Why is it a waste? It shouldn't be, should it? Miami's a great city. Surely they like boxing. They know they're boxing. So for us, it's about understanding areas and cities. Super Bowl week, like I said, was just the opportunity to do this with Verizon, with DAZN, and with this new stadium. It's a wonderful card. Triple header World Championships. Of course, the YouTube fight as well. Great young talent. So looking forward to it, and it's buzzing in Miami this week,
Well, it seems to be a staple of Matchroom now. You're just getting spots built for fights, and you tear them down by the next couple of days.
We don't, but people are doing that, yeah.
Well, maybe they should have left the one up in Saudi Arabia because all I'm hearing is buzz. Well, this fight's going. Well, Top Rank's going. Well, these guys are going. How real is that? Is Saudi Arabia, has it proven itself to be a future location for many fights, or other promoters also vying for them?
Basically, what's happening is all promoters are now trying to get into Saudi Arabia. But the other problem is you've got a lot of middlemen where people are saying, I can get you into Saudi Arabia. So someone might go to Top Rank or to Golden Boy and say, I know someone and I can do this and I can get you in there. And obviously you've got to have the right contacts to make it happen. The only person to pull off a major site deal in the Middle East is me. So I'm in a good position to do that.
Crashing his interview. He crashed my interview before.
You are welcome. There's no crashing for a champion. You're on the doors.
Our light middleweight world champion.
Devin, this rings a bell.
Is that how you're gonna do me?
Also, your future broadcaster in just a couple of days. Devin Haney will be sitting ringside with me, calling the Give and Paul fight. What's it like to be transitioning out of the gloves, out of the ring, to sitting ringside and putting your analyst hat on?
I'm very happy. I can't wait. I can't wait to show the world that, there's a different side of me. So I'm looking forward to it.
I was just about to ask Eddie here about how difficult it is to get Demetrius Andrade the kind of fights that he wants. You've got a lot of fights out there for you that could project you into superstardom. Big, huge fights. How likely is it that we get at least one of them? I know Lomachenko's always on your mind in 2020.
I've been begging for him. You got to ask this man right here.
Well, the whole reason we went down the WBC route was to fight Lomachenko. So it's very disappointing to us when he got made franchise champion. The upside was Devin Haney went from interim champion to full world champion. And that's good. He's become a world champion, but he wants legacy. And the way you get legacy is to beat the greats. So we were hoping that they would order Lomachenko, or the winner of Lomachenko-Campbell, against Devin Haney. They put him straight up. For me, they protected him. He doesn't want protecting. But the people around him will say, no, we don't want to. Bob Arum said numerous times, we're not fighting Devin Haney. No, we're not fighting Devin Haney. Why not? There's a load of money in the fight. Everyone wants to see it. So he wants to keep it in-house. Now I fight Teofimo Lopez. And for me, Teofimo Lopez has just put in a performance where he's on the verge of becoming a star. For me, he should cement that and have a couple of fights, then fight Lomachenko. But fair play to a lot of these young guns, they want it now. And you have to respect that. I would have said to Devin, don't fight Lomachenko yet. Have 3 or 4 fights. You're becoming a massive star. He went, no, I want him now. Same with Lopez. Lopez the same. Imagine him against Teofimo Lopez, him against Ryan Garcia, him against Tank. That's the future of boxing. Right now you've got these guys, you've seen it in the UK, where guys are, the bigger names are sort of fading out. Whether it's Canelo, Floyd we've seen, even like Danny Jacobs, even Demetrius, they're 30s. They're these young guys. This is the future of the sport. and so many great fights to be made, and he's up for all of them.
Well, one of the reasons Bob Arum gave me why Lomachenko shouldn't fight you was because you didn't have enough time in the game, you're not ready. All the things that could be said about Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's not his job to protect me. It's Eddie's job.
So then what do you what do you make of the Teofimo Lopez Lomachenko matchup? I know you like to fight probably either one of those guys, but that fight's not made. This one is. What do you think of that matchup?
I think it's a really good matchup. You know, I feel like Teofimo has the speed and the power, and Lomachenko has the IQ. So I think it's a very interesting matchup. But I'm edging towards Loma.
In most cases, a guy eventually will lose. Like, no matter how good they are, almost every case, a guy's going to get an L on his record first. Are you worried at all that somebody gets to Lomachenko before you?
Yeah, I am kind of worried. I am kind of worried, but that loss won't come easy. You know, that not just any ordinary guy will beat Lomachenko, and I understand that, and I feel like I'm the guy to do it.
Eddie, I do have to talk to you about Andrade. Obviously, he's the top of this card now. Keeler's a tough guy.
Yeah.
We know that. Most people won't, unless he shows and proves that come Thursday night. But it won't make that a major fight till Friday, which is too late.
Yeah.
What is it that Andrade needs to do, if anything?
Probably look bad. Probably get knocked down. You know, the problem is we're just going to have to pay the money, because people are saying Andrade is the best 160 pounder in the world. But until we get him those fights to prove it, we can't say it with any solidarity. You know, it's just we think, you know, or people think. But too many people in boxing rate him too highly, you know, for it not to have credibility. I like the Keeler fight because Keeler will give it everything. But these guys who have been boxing him, Avakov, Sulecki, they said the same thing. And when they got in there, they couldn't win a round. So what can Keeler do? You know, he's earned his shot. He's number 2 in the WBO. He beat Arias well. He's game. I like him. I'm pleased to give him the opportunity. I want to see Demetrius under pressure. I want to see someone back him up, try and beat him up. But I've just got the feeling he's too good.
I imagine that's Keeler's strategy. If nothing else, that's the guy. Yeah.
You're not going to outbox him, are you?
Right.
You've got to rough him up and beat him up. But that's what Sulecki said he'd do.
And you got a lot of irons in the fire come middleweight division.
Yeah.
So there may be some conflicts there for whom fights whom based on your relationship with each. The whole conversation was about Canelo Saunders for so long. And then Oscar tells me, not only is he not the guy, he's not even in the running really. Yeah. Was that news to you, or did you know that he wasn't on the...
We've had a couple of conversations with Golden Boy. I mean, you know, obviously you got Callum Smith and Billy Joe Saunders, both ready-made opponents for Canelo at 168. They're talking to Murata as well, which is a strange choice, but I can see how it works for Japan and stuff like that. For Demetrius, there is the Billy Joe Saunders fight. There's other fights that I think are great for him. Munguia, who really should be mandatory for Demetrius Andrade. And also Lomachenko, I think is a great fight for Demetrius. He needs that big name. You know, he needs that name to become a star. And right now, it's just people saying he could be the best in the world.
But does Canelo need to fight a middleweight to maintain his claim, another middleweight title holder, to remain and claim middleweight superiority?
For me, and this is only as a fan, I don't think you'll see Canelo Alvarez at 160 again. You know, when you boxed at 175, to drop 15 pounds to come back to middleweight, I think he's going to box at 168. He's got loads of opponents there. But again, that's just an opinion as a fan.
If that's the case, that will create a hell of a feeding frenzy at 60 to gobble up those remaining belts, create all these vacant titles.
Well, you have Charlo with the WBC, you have Demetrius with the WBO. I mean, for me, Charlo should be fighting Demetrius Andrade. Like, you've got a guy over there on the PBC, they've got no middleweights. You know, the only way he can unify is to fight Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin, or Demetrius. So they're all on the zone. We're not even asking you to sign a network contract, promotional contract. Just take the fight to see if you can unify the division. So hopefully he does, because I feel like that's the fight we need to see.
By the way, if Canelo doesn't fight at middleweight again, will he still be super middleweight champion or franchise champion, whatever they're calling that?
I've lost track of it all now.
That's a good. I wonder. We have to ask WBC about that. I did talk to them about Charlo. They claim there's no offer.
Yeah.
They claim this is all just rubbish from you.
Well, what I'll do is, I won't read it out, but I just want to, because when people say that, it questions my integrity. And what worries me about that is people like you might go, you know, did he really make an offer? You know, so I just want to show you.
If they are
It's
indeed
great TV.
misleading us that you didn't receive an offer, what's the purpose of that? Why not just say they
I
turn
don't
it
know.
down?
No,
Or?
he didn't say he didn't receive an offer. PBC said they never received an offer, and PBC didn't receive an offer, right? No, so this is the Instagram, right? So
Are we rolling again? Okay.
So this is other stuff like we should, you know, blah blah.
Sure.
So I said, congrats on the win. I have an email coming to you today. This is the 9th of December.
9th of
Straight
December.
after his last fight.
Yeah.
Okay? Sim?
Yeah.
Send.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying you haven't received my email. Did you get it? Now, when you go to my emails,
He didn't respond to the question, did he get it?
no, but he's responded to my emails before, so I know I've got the right address. Okay, so this is the Instagram, right?
And I'm looking at the
Well, I have
Instagram,
an offer
future
for you.
of
What's the
boxing.
word? He's telling me his email address.
That's
right?
his email address.
Right, blah, blah, blah. I said 9th of December after his win. Congrats on the win. I have an email coming to you today.
Puts the OK
Emoji.
symbol up, right?
Sent. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone's saying I haven't received it. Did you get it? Now, he got my last email to this address.
So there's clear. You're saying to him, everyone's saying you didn't receive it. Did you
Yeah.
get it? And there was no response. That
Okay,
looked like a
so-
screenshot you sent
yeah.
him.
So then, I sent him an email in January 2019 with an offer, right? This one, 10th of December 2019, right? This is the
Okay.
day after I said I was going to send it, okay?
Okay.
So I'll cover out all the money. Oh. Hi Jermall, congrats on the win. I would like to make you the offer of a unification fight. I'll show you, listen, you can't repeat it. Unification fight with Demetrius Andrade for a lot of money. The fight will be a co-promotion between Matchroom and Lions Promotion. We have so much to offer in terms of a multi-fight deal, which I'm happy to discuss, and alternatively, we would be happy to offer this as a one-fight deal.
All right. So you want to keep the number confidential.
Yeah, I think you should do
So
that.
can we hide the number and just show on camera the actual email exists?
Yeah, okay.
So we need to like.
I don't want to put his email address up there. I think most people trust you, Rahim.
Not when it comes to this. The next thing you know, I'm working for you and on your payroll. But this is a huge discrepancy between the two. To be fair, I read it, but I don't want people to take my word for it.
You read it. I'm not going to start showing it to the screen, but anyway, he's received the offer. PBC said we haven't received the offer because it wasn't to them. He's not promoted by PBC. So we sent it to Charlo. You saw the amount of money.
And he's never responded in any way.
He's responded to previous offers saying, I'll speak to Al, I'll come back to you, but nothing. So what we'll have to do is, after Demetrius' fight this weekend, we'll make another offer.
Demetrius said he's willing to go over there and fight at Showtime if necessary.
We're up for doing that as well. No problem.
And that offer pertains to him fighting even on another network?
Yeah, no problem. No problem at all.
You've heard it here from Eddie Hearn. I have seen the email. I try to get it on camera. You take my word for it. It says what it says. And hopefully the fight gets
you know
made.
the number now.
Yeah. Radio Rahim in Miami Beach, Florida with Eddie Hearn.